Today's Albion online video is all about, is transporting actually profitable for the time that you spend doing it? We're going to find out. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm in Bridgewatch with a Mammoth, and I've got myself a harvester's backpack, and we're going to be transporting fiber and cloth from Bridgewatch to Limhurst. And the reason why we're doing this is because Limhurst has a bonus to cloth or fiber refining, meaning that it's usually more expensive there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to load up a Mammoth. I have about 68 million. This should be pretty easy to do. And let's just buy a whole bunch of cloth. And I'm going to pay up to 22 silver. I'm going to buy 9,999 at a time. That's the maximum. So there we go. That's one buy order. And then we'll do another buy order. As you can see, I'm now raising the price of the cloth here. And so we're going to go to 25. There we go. And we're still at 22. All right, let's see how many spaces that is, because we want to also do fiber and not just cloth. So looks like we got half our inventory full of cloth. That's very nice. Now let's do fiber, and which is, well, cotton, I guess. That's the tier 2 cotton. There we go. And just to make sure that my numbers are good here, yes, the cotton is actually a little bit cheaper at the moment. So again, we're gonna buy 9,999, and is there any really big stacks? Not a lot. Maybe I shouldn't be buying too much fiber here. Doesn't look... Okay, we'll buy a 999 stack. There we go. And I'm going to pay up to 26 for that, which that should clear. There we go. And just to make sure... Yes, alright. So, I guess we bought all the fiber already. Not much of a sale. I mean, there's still a little bit more left. I want to go ahead and buy as much as I can here. Alright, we'll pay up to 28, and we'll do another stack of 999, see where that puts us, and then we're going to time the journey and see how much silver, you know, that we've made. Alright, there we go. Alright, it's another stack. What's the price at for cotton here? It's up to 24, no good. It's funny because cloth is actually cheaper right now, so let's just buy order another thing of cloth, and we'll do 9,999 at 23, see what that gets us here. Alright, and was that everything? I think that was. Alright, fill up that inventory. Nope, okay, we still gotta buy some more. We need 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15 times 999. 999 times 15 is 14,000, so we can do another buy order of 9,999. I know. Let's pay up to 24 now. There we go. Go ahead and collect that. And there it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 more of this. Hello game. 5,000 more cloth, and we're gonna pay 24 each. There we go. Go ahead and collect that. Now we have this little stack of 41, so I'm gonna do 999. Sorry, I muted my mic there for a sec. 999, and then we're going to subtract 41, so I need 958 more for a full inventory. Alright, 958 is the price, and we're going to pay up to 25. There we go, we have raised the price of cloth and fiber, and we have ourselves a whole lot. We're only 38% overweight, and so what we're going to do now is we're going to time how long it takes to get to Limhurst on this thing, and it's about 7-8 minutes. And, you know, looking at my silver before and after, it was 68 point something. And let's go ahead and get at the gate here, and we're going to start the timer. Let's go. Now, this part, I'm just going to fast forward through it because it's probably pretty boring. And we're going to see how much we... So, here we go. I think I cut myself off there. But essentially, we're just riding to Limhurst through safe zones. I'm not doing it through red zones. And I don't know if I took the fastest path, but I just, you know, beelined it there. Alright, so that trip took about 12 minutes of time, and it was about 2 or 3 minutes for the auctions, but if we have buy orders set up, then it would be no time at all. So we're going to say this takes 12 minutes to do, and we can put 12 minutes into 1 hour 5 times. So, we can do however much we profit, we can make that amount times 5 per hour. So now, let me go to the market, and let's figure out, and I don't have premium, so I'm paying extra on taxes. But let's figure out how much I could technically make by doing this for today. Now, looking at the recorded footage, I started at 68.3 million, and now I'm at 67.2 million, so I've spent about 1.1 million. My estimated market value is only 937k, which is doesn't really add up, unfortunately, but we did buy it at a discount, hopefully. I mean, I did check earlier, unless someone else came and dropped off a bunch of surplus. Let's look at the prices now. So for cloth, you can see it's 45. We were paying about half as much. So if we go to sell, can we sell to a buy order? No. Unfortunately, no, we cannot sell to a buy order, but we can list it as the lowest sell order, which would be nice. How much has it been selling for? Up to 38. So again, I don't like to undercut too hard, but I do want to undercut at 44. And assuming this sells, we're going to get let's do some math now. 40,439, and how many times are we going to get that? Now, I've got the math on the screen for the cloth here. Now, for the cotton, I only had 2 of them because there wasn't a whole lot in Bridgewatch. But as you can see here, if I sell both cottons here, I could actually sell it to buy orders for 33. If I sell it at 35, that's 32k, and if I sell it, it's 30k. So that's another 60k right there. That's 30k, and then that'll be 60k. So here's the final math, and again, this is without premium. The math would be slightly higher if we weren't paying as much in taxes. But essentially, right now, with what I transported, if I was able to do this continuously, non-stop, which I'm not due to the markets, but if I was, this would make 4 million per hour. You can see that I spent 1.1 million. I'm making 1.9 million. It took me 12 minutes. So I made 820,000 silver in 12 minutes of just walking from one city to another. Assuming these sell at the price, which they should over time. You can't expect immediate sales, but they will eventually sell. And I might have to discount them a little bit over, time, depending on how the market flows. But I should still turn a profit, though. Right now, with the numbers we have, it's 4 million. You can expect a little bit less if you're undercutting, other people throughout the weeks. Okay, what if we refined it instead of selling? Since we transported it, we bought it at a super cheap price. Can we make even more money if we turn this into neat cloth? And to turn it into neat cloth, we have the tier 2 cloth. We just need the tier 3 flax. So now we got to do a little bit of math. If we take 1 tier 2 cloth and 2 tier 2 flax, we get 1 tier 3 cloth. And so I'm going to do a little bit of math and see if we can profit. So here's the rough math of what I did here. Is 1 tier 2 cloth is 43, the 2 tier 3 fibers 130, the craft cost is 36, the total cost is 176. Now, I receive a tier 3 cloth. I have a possibility of 1 tier 2 cloth or 1 tier 3 fiber returned. Now, there's also the return of both, so we can do the math on that too. And if you do it that way, it's 184 average, so we're not really earning that much more, but it is still technically more. But this also assumes that I can buy flax at 65, and once it starts raising up here, as you can see, it quickly starts raising up. We start losing money. So it's really not a lot, but it is technically profitable. So now what I'm doing is I'm checking other markets. So if we transported it back to Bridgewatch, we would lose money on tier 3 cloth. And also in Fort Sterling, cloth ain't that great either. So this is pretty much where we just sell it raw. Now, I could wait until a 20% focus refining day, where it says 20% and it says cloth, then you're in the big money. And that's one thing that you can do, but I'm not really hard up for money, so I'm kind of impatient. I don't want to wait. But it's something that you could do if you want to, really squeeze every penny. So, unfortunately, I checked the other cities, both Fort Sterling and Bridgewatch. And I did find this little deal here, but it's not a lot. It's not worth transporting on a Mammoth. See, right now, copper bars are pretty damn cheap at 6 silver in Limhurst. There are 21 in Bridgewatch, but there's not enough for me to really fill up a Mammoth with. And so if I wanted to do like a little baby transport, then I could by buying out basically everything below, 21 and selling it of sorts, but yeah, like this stack here, like I can totally just buy that out, right? And you can see that the average market value is 12, so I can technically double this. So I don't even really need to transport this. I can just buy this now for 6,000 silver. and then I can just list this at 11 and make 10,000. So that's an easy flip. There's a lot of little easy flips you can do there. You don't have to transport it. Yeah, I would make 20 silver in Bridgewatch, but it takes me 10 minutes to transport one stack. That's just not worth the time. Also, instead of manually writing back to Bridgewatch on my Mammoth and gear, I can just pay 29,000 silver, and now I'm back into Bridgewatch. It's that quick and easy. Just a little one-way transport. Preferably, you would want to transport a bunch of goods back to Bridgewatch and, you know, fill up a full inventory, but I checked the markets, and there was nothing I could do to make a profit with raw resources. I didn't feel like doing, you know, checking all the other markets. That's just a whole lot of work. Raw resources are generally the ones you want to stick with because you can just fill up a Mammoth and easy profit. But yeah, that is transporting profit in case you're curious on how that works. You just have to scan the markets, and when I say scan the markets, I mean manually search the markets. Don't use third-party programs. Don't use any little downloadable things that'll steal your password in your account. Don't use any of that crap. And those websites that promise that, you know, shows market prices, they're old as hell, and they're not updated, and they're usually wrong. So at least all the ones I've looked at, none of them are up to date or correct. And use the API and scan the mark. No, that's third-party programs. Not doing it. I will always do it manually. Anyway, that's transporting. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a smooch, and click the video on the right side of your screen. If you don't, then one day it'll get dark really early, and you'll be out, and you'll be like, wow, it got real dark all of a sudden.